know what time it is. Hope you're ready, ladies and gentlemen. Topic today, what women really want. Now, what's perfect about this is that today is the beginning of the Love, Lust, and Lies documentary. That's right, we'll start taping this weekend, and the first question I'm going to ask is what women really want. Now, is it money? Is it romance? Is it love? Number to call to get in on the conversation is 1-800-288-KISS, 1-800-288-KISS. Now, first of all, we got the folks all lined up. We got the 30-year-old lined up. Got my 40-year-old veterans in the house. You know I love my veterans. And we got the fellas. Now, I'm sure that the individual interviews will go well. When we put these groups together, it is going to be on fire. Estrogen and testosterone jumping off like hot water on grease. Now, fellas, I want you to relax. I got your back. Don't worry about it. I know we're going to be dealing with these women who are single, who are strong, who are independent, who are frustrated. That's right, I said it. But don't worry, fellas, I got your back. If they ask me what women want, I tell them simply this. Love, romance, and money is all right. It's all good. But it doesn't mean a damn thing without respect. I want you to think about that. Let's go to the phone lines and find out what women really want. My name is Michael Baisden, author of Never Satisfied, How and Why Men Cheat, Men Cry in the Dark, The Maintenance Man, and God's Gift to Women. I'm also the host of Love, Lust, and Lies on 98.7 KISS FM in New York. Now you might be asking yourselves, why would an author and radio personality want to produce a documentary? Simple. Each occupation deals with relationships, infidelity, dating, of course, sex. I've always wanted to do a documentary where I can share my views with the people behind those interviews, behind the voices on the radio. So I solicited some of my listeners on the radio show to see just how bold they would be about stepping out of the shadows. I wanted to make sure I got a broad range of opinions, so I started with a group of women who I thought would be the most independent, intense, and frustrated. That's right, 30-somethings. I interviewed several men before we did this piece. Now, I'm going to tell you what they told me about the so-called strong, independent woman, particularly women in the 30s. Let me tell you what they said. Check it out. If you're too many women, particularly women in their 30s, define being strong and independent as an excuse to constantly challenge a man's authority. Hold on. The 30-something-year-old woman is disappointed because she hasn't found Mr. Right, and she's angry because she has had to carry the burden of both provider and decision maker. What do you say about that?
They just hating. I think they're just hating. That's their misconception that we feel like we have not found Mr. Right. Mr. Right has not found us.
Watch out. Have you had that experience, don't you think that some of you all may be carrying so much baggage that when a worthy man comes along, you're not going to even allow him or be able to allow him to leave?
What man do you know that doesn't want to be Mr. Right now? All men want to be Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right. They always want to do things for the moment, but then when you talk long term, they want to leave.
But let's assume for a second that we're talking about a man who is worthy.
Where's he
Would
at?
any of you all be able to allow that man to step up and be the man?
Yes.
How do you know that if you never had a real man?
Well,
How many women, show of hands, how many of you all can honestly say, I've had a real man?
There is no such thing as
Where's
a
my
real
show of
man.
hands?
See, that's the problem. There is no such thing as a real man nor a perfect man. A perfect man just does not exist in this world we live in today.
Women try to give men a benefit of the doubt in the beginning to show what you can do. Because men always cry women are too independent. But when we ask you to do, you don't do. So we have to learn to be independent for self.
A good man take care of home. A good man listen to his wife. A good man will be responsible to everybody around him. I'm talking about her family, your family. Make sure you paying attention to what she's saying and what she's doing. Listen to her. When she say stuff like, take out the garbage, wash the car. Sometimes you be like, man, you bumping.
Yeah.
But then that helps sometimes.
A man is someone that's providing for the family totally. You know what I mean? That's providing for your family for us. Taking care of your kids, spending time with your kids, spending time with your family, foreplay, all that's considered makes you a good man. You know what I mean?
But you know what? A woman would be like you were saying that they can ask you to take out the garbage and this, that, and the other. like a woman to look at it, she shouldn't have to ask you nothing.
Yeah.
You know the garbage needs to go out, take it out. You know the rent is due. Don't pay it on the 1st, pay it on the 27th. You know what I'm saying? Have your dough ready, get it to her, and do everything that you need to do before she has to ask you to do it, and you'll be a step ahead of the game.
Well, is a good man hard to find?
Yes.
No.
Why? You said no. Why isn't a good man hard to find?
For me, I that has not been my problem. I have not had a hard time finding a good man. I've had a hard time finding a good man for me.
How much money does a good man have?
Oh my God.
You all trying to tell me money doesn't matter?
If he doesn't have the money, I have the money to hold him down. That's
right.
That's how it's supposed to be in a relationship.
That's right.
So
And
you
a
all
good
trying to
man-
tell me collectively that money does not matter?
Okay, wait.
I got a question on that.
Money doesn't matter in a sense that if the man is doing something for himself. If he's doing something productive, then it's not a problem. If you're going to school doing what you have to do to hold yourself down to get where you
He's
want.
40 years old. He's no
Okay,
longer
at
in school.
40, you should have a career. You
He's
should
40. He's
not.
not in school.
I disagree. You have to be able to bring something to the table.
You can't.
It's nothing he really can do but get another job. But she said to him, bring one to the table.
It don't matter who makes the most money. And whoever falls will make a big impact. You know what I mean? So it don't matter. I be making $50 an hour. My wife make $10 an hour, and I've been counting that $10 an hour every week. I'm counting that $10. I need that $10. And she fall, man. I can't say, man, I make $20 an hour. That $10 matters just as much as my 20. You know what I mean? So it don't matter if he falls. He should be.
That's why kids. That's certain women. Like I said, certain women. Especially they feel they putting on weight and they're tired of putting on weight, and the man is not. Sometimes it's hard to get another job. You know what I'm saying? He got one job. It's hard to get another. So if the woman's like, look, man, you gotta do something. Or I gotta leave. You gotta do that all by myself. That's her favorite woman. She's not the real woman. She's not the real woman. She's not your backbone, like I said. She's not your backbone. That means that whether you fall, when you crawl, when you die, the back, she gonna be there. You know what I mean?
And another thing,
That rough times is rough.
that type of woman that's like that is the type of woman that's gonna be by her damn self.
You met a man that had it all going on the way that you all just described these men have it going on. He says to you, Denise, I'm attracted to you. I want to have sex with you. I don't want you to have sex with anyone else, but I reserve the right to sleep with whoever I want. What would you tell him?
I say no, it won't happen. If you can reserve the right, I want to reserve the right to sleep with someone else too.
What if he just simply tells you that I'm sleeping with someone else? How do you feel about that?
You know, sometimes I would accept that because maybe I don't want a commitment from this man. If I wanted a commitment, then that cannot happen. If he's telling me honestly and I say, you know what, he's Mr. Right now.
Okay.
Mr. Right now can fulfill my needs, then I'm gonna sleep with him.
What if
like
he's
that.
someone you really care about, though? And he's simply
I will not allow myself to care about a man that's straight up honest and tells me something like that.
I ain't telling nobody. If I'm telling the next lady I'm messing with another lady, that's gonna cost me the opportunity to two women at the same damn time. I'm gonna get the period.
Okay, the expression, let me run this by you. A man is gonna be a man as long as he gives me my respect. Do you believe in that? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
I believe in that. Because I think a man is going to be a man. But you have to know how to do. Don't bring it home. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it in and nonsense to me. But I do believe, I'm not in a closet. And I do believe a man is going to be a
What
man.
does bringing it home mean? Don't bring it home.
She better not call me. She better not cuss. She better not put my tires. She better not show up at my job.
Tell me about what he do at night with his wife. I don't want to hear that.
Because he's not, if a man is doing what, if he's respectful about you, she's never gonna get your home number. She's never gonna know where you lay your head and your wife or your girlfriend. If a man is doing it the right way and respectful, his other woman will never get that close to his.
Anyone else believe that the man is gonna be a man as long as he's respectful?
I agree, because the day that a next woman could describe the way my bedroom looks or my house looks, that's the day I'm putting his car on crates, and I hope it's a new one.
Let me ask you all one by one. Start with you, Kim, since you're so adamant. Is it a struggle being monogamous as a woman?
It definitely is. I will not lie, because temptation is definitely out there.
Why is it a struggle? Why is it a struggle to be monogamous?
Again, it's temptation.
Temptation. What about you, Doreen?
Oh, it's a struggle because sometimes some men don't fulfill all your needs. So sometimes it can be conversation, it can be sexual. If you find somebody else and you just get a vibe from them, you try not to stray, but but sometimes it's hard not to.
Well, I think there's various reasons why people cheat, man. First and foremost, the fire go out at home. You know what I mean? Things you used to do, you don't do no more. And when that come about, man, if your wife ain't doing you or your girl ain't doing you the right way, somebody gonna do it, man. You gotta keep the fire burning. Consistency is the key when you're in a relationship with anybody. As long as you're consistent, everything gonna go right. But when you start straying away, things happen, man. And that's why people start cheating.
And then it's insecurities. A lot of men have different insecurities, you know what I mean? Under the cover, we don't really know what's going on, but wifey ain't doing it. He might not want wifey to do it. He might feel wifey too good to do it, so he want to go get a stinking slut. Oh, yo, feel good and talk dirty to him. But you can't be talking dirty to wifey. That might be his little insecurity, right? He don't want to talk dirty to wifey.
Most men are great in bed.
False.
Why can't? Why is that false?
I'm gonna say false because some men are larger than most men, some are smaller than most men. I'm gonna leave that as a neutral, as not to upset anybody I've been with.
We'll get into that. but it is false that most men are great in bed.
Yes, because you can have the largest man in bed, but he just does not know what to do with himself. And you can have the smallest man in bed, and he knows what to do with himself.
Exactly.
1 to 10, how would you rate yourself sexually in bed and why, man?
I'm gonna say a 9 because most bitches be scared of me because my dick already big. so if it get any bigger, I'm gonna really fuck around and hurt something. So I got it's a certain point of bitches. Some bitches don't want. Some women don't want to mess with me because they're like, nah, you know. You know, so you can't put this in me. Then you got this other one say, yeah, go ahead, do what you gonna do then. Them the freak bitches, but that was in my day. How? That was in my day, but now, I'm a 10 or 12 and a half or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it in, son. My wife, I get ready when my wife go to work. Where she go? Because she knows she coming home with his big daddy.
Sometimes y'all think y'all got big dicks, but the shit is really too small. Right?
Okay, so size is an issue.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you sound very passionate about that. Okay, they come too quick?
Yeah, they finish too fast.
And how long would you like it to last?
About 3 hours, you know something.
I mean, what's the minimum amount of time that you're satisfied?
About an hour.
Okay.
You never go a little bit and that, but you don't go in and out.
Gotcha. So size and time, what else?
I sneeze and you fall out.
I sneeze and you fall out. Anything else?
Sometimes, you know, we try to make a little move and you realize it's over.
Let's go. Any other issues you want to share with me? Just size. But some women may say that a lot of guys that got the size don't work it right. You working for them? I believe you. How big would you like it?
About 9 inches the least.
The minimum. Minimum amount. And like that? Like that? A hook? So let me get this right. You want 9 inches like that with a hook.
What about you, Doreen? True or false? Most men are great in bed.
False.
Why?
Some men seem to be out for self. They're not into pleasing the woman. They're into pleasing self and getting off before the woman does. And you should be able to please your partner as well as your partner trying to please you. Every woman's body is not the same. We don't have the same feelings, but you need to know that every woman you can't go and hit that spot. It's this spot sometimes. You need to hit on different women.
Okay, so now, baby, do you understand the difference between each and every kind of woman that you've ever did? Did you take your time to find out what Robin might like as opposed to what Susie might have liked and Beverly might have liked? It's not the same thing. You just can't jump in. So we have to take our time and get to what that person, that feel of that person is like. I think we need to take a little time before we just jump on in. What you think?
I agree.
All right, Lena. Most men are great in bed. True or false?
False.
Why?
I think a lot of men sometimes take their egos in perspective instead of thinking of their partner. Because bottom line, have the ultimate relationship, your partner needs to be satisfied. It's not about you. It's about your partner. It's a mental game.
True or false? This is to you, D.
I think it's false.
Never faked orgasm.
Most women have never faked. Oh, that's not true. Not true.
Have you faked orgasm?
She pleads the bit.
If you fake orgasm, I'd like to know why a woman would even do that.
To get it over with.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's just that bad. I've had it.
I'm like, yo, you coming? Cause I'm coming. No, so your shit get rough. That shit get easy. Before it was rough. You getting moist, girl. What's up? The body talks, brothers. The body talks, brothers. The moisture, the movement, the sound of silence. And when she starts, the body talks.
But why, ladies, why fake orgasm? Why not just tell the man he's not satisfied?
Ego.
What do you mean by ego?
Because if you hurt a man's ego, that's all they have is their ego.
We do have a heart.
Yeah.
We do.
Thank you, D. So you don't tell the guy he sucks in bed, and you don't want to hurt his ego.
But see, these did the women before me. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody should have told him something.
Somebody should have said something.
Let's start with this. Most men have a lot to learn in bed. True or false?
True.
What are some of the most common complaints about men in the bedroom?
They're not intimate enough.
What is that?
They just want, it's sex. It's sex. Just get it over. Like, they're not ready, they're not trying to please you, they're trying to please themselves. It's about pleasing each other. If I can please you, you can please me. But they're not intimate, they're not passionate, they just want that, they just want their orgasm and that's it. It's
Denise,
over.
if you were talking to men right now, what would you like to tell them is something they need to learn about in the bed? Tell us in the bed.
I say,
What are they doing wrong? What are men doing
you know
wrong?
what are they doing wrong? Okay, kissing essential. Come on, that is the key to most women. Kissing them passionately. When you can kiss them passionately, all else will fall into place. Start with that. Just don't think, okay, let's go, let's get into the bed. It's not gonna work that way. A little role play. I'm liking a little play time sometimes. Shoot, take your clothes. Let me watch you undress sometimes, okay? Don't just watch me undress. Let me see how. You want me to turn the radio on, baby? I got that song. Don't worry about it.
You want me to strip
Do
for
it.
you?
Damn right.
Watch out now.
Damn right. Back it up. Shake it. Whatever you gotta do. But that's what I'm talking about. Be fun about it. Sex is not just 1, 2, 3 in the bed.
Yeah.
Make it fun. Make it happen. Make it playful. Because it don't gotta be that serious.
How much time are you spending on foreplay, man?
All day.
All day. It's supposed to be. No. It's supposed to be all day. It's supposed to take all day. But men, some men is like they said earlier. They quick. They in and out. They don't want. All they want is something. Lick the stomach and shit, and that's it. And that's why the girl like, damn, I gotta fake for this cat because he ain't trying hard enough. You gotta take your time, do it all day, like he said, touch, feel, hug all day long.
You don't have foreplay that's gonna spoil the movie. So you need the foreplay. That's first and foremost with a woman. You need the foreplay because if you don't have it, you're gonna spoil the movie.
What do you say, Lena? If you had a chance to teach men anything, what would it be?
I would have to agree with Denise. You need that foreplay. You need to be able to kiss. You need to be able to caress me. And you know what? They are not headlights. I cannot stand when a man sits there and want to rub on your nipple. I am done. It's not. They're not headlights. You don't push the button down. Don't do it.
What are they doing to your nipples?
Let them know now.
Biting them?
Biting.
Some women like their nipples.
Not biting.
This one thing
No,
to
they're
nipple.
nipple.
There's another thing to nipple.
They're not biting it. They're chewing it. They're chewing it.
It's a romantic nibble. Being erotic. It's the bite like. It's not like bite this motherfucker. Oh, this is and look at. Look at break all that down.
Go back to the argument we had earlier.
Niggas say you done that.
You gotta ask them what they want. I don't like it. That's it.
But some women can say, man, bite my nip. Bite my ass.
That don't mean bite.
Slap. That don't mean bite.
learn how to eat a good pussy.
And be specific about that. What
And that means when you're on the clit, you have to know that it's not a piece of gum. If you don't chew on it like it is, you have to learn how to, like Aaliyah said, work the middle. You have to learn how to really work it and handle it, you know? Not like it's a piece of meat. Handle it. It's something delicate. The same way you want your balls handled, handle it on the clit.
Men in general do not take their time. What is it with trying to go up in me dry? Why do you think that you could just come behind me and spread my legs and just, and wonder why this shit ain't going in?
You know what?
What is that about?
When you said that, hold on, let me say this. When you said that, make me cringe. Doesn't that hurt him?
Yeah, but you know what? They don't take their time. They don't take their time to relax the body, to know the body, and to become one with the body.
What would you like a man to do to you before he penetrates you?
I got these. I got my neck. Kiss on me. Touch me. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
What would you like him to say?
All kind of stuff.
Talk to me. What?
Just, damn. I just want to tackle
Grit
you.
your teeth.
I just want to come inside your mouth. You understand? You know, but men do not understand that everything is closed out. It's just me and you. You don't gotta put on a front. You did so much talking before we went in the bedroom. So why you just? And I'm done.
Wow.
Second of all,
wow. I didn't know this was going on. You know.
No, it is. Second of all,
because every man that talks to you is gonna tell you he's the bomb. You know, women always.
You see, it's all
ego.
Lies.
It's ego. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, lies also. And then when you want to go down on me, you don't. I'm telling you what to do. I gotta hold your head like this. Don't move. And then move. Where you going?
Let me ask you a question. If a man was stimulating you constantly on your clit, how long would it take you to have an orgasm?
Oh, it depends. If he know what to do.
If he knows what he's doing.
How to do it?
How long?
It could take me about a good 15 seconds if he knows what he's doing.
Damn.
He knows what he's doing.
So you're an easy to please woman, huh?
Yeah. I think a lot of us are if they know what they're doing. I think a lot, because 90% of us make ourselves come. It's not them. It is not the man. Because I know what my position is. I gotta be on top. Because half of the time, I gotta imagine some crap going on in the room.
You gotta create some fantasy in order to have an orgasm?
No, not all the time. Not all the time.
What percentage of the time?
A good amount. Because
wow.
You know what? If any woman in here has men, teach your sons how to care for women. I don't think that the mothers have taught their sons how to treat women sexually. Y'all think it's a phobia to attack that. Tell these men what we are like. They can't learn it from their fathers. They can only learn it from their mothers. So I'm asking y'all women who have older sons, teach your sons what it's about. Teach them
I can see a woman now, son. This is the clit.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I understand your point.
There's nothing wrong with that. We haven't, African American community has not teach their sons.
What do you all made a joke? We were talking before we did this.
It was Denise. It was Denise.
We made a comment about the grooming of the man's pubic hair.
That's right.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Men say, listen, when I go down there, I don't want to have to use a toothpick when I'm done. Neither do I, okay? Too much hair, straight teeth won't work, okay? Let's not do that. Groom it. You know, you ain't got to shave it off. I prefer you do. But let's keep it nice and neat. It smells better when it's clean.
Let's deal with the issue that most men have obsessed over forever. Size. Does size matter?
No. No, that's not true. It doesn't. No. Because if you're small, if you're very small, you know it. And you know it. And you know it. Right.
What's too small-ish? Show of hands. What is too small-ish?
Small in length or small in width?
No. It's gotta be width. If you're small in width, that could be a problem. Okay? Because if you're too skinny circumference, and you're not gonna get the
So
same
now we're
pleasure.
into circumference. So he's a small guy with thickness, he's fine.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That's right.
Yes.
A man that can make a woman come a lot of times, that woman will fall in love with him real quick. But once a woman can make a man come a lot of times, because after that second time, you're like, damn, my dick hurt. I can't go no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't get you no more. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came up with Viagra to keep your shit hard. Even though it ain't feeling good to you, just knowing that she coming and shit, so make you the psychological like, yeah, this shit make her feel good. She gonna love me. She gonna love me.
Fucking with someone dick.
Yeah.
Start with you, Kim.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Threesomes.
I would do a threesome if there were another male involved. I would not do a threesome if there were another female involved.
What do you say, Doreen?
I prefer a threesome with another man.
Lena?
I'm gonna agree.
T?
Agreeing on that.
Sharif?
No.
Never a threesome.
Never.
What about you, D?
Another man.
What in the heck is going on with threesome with another man? No threesome with another woman.
No.
I don't like this. I think that women are masturbating more than ever. Is it because they're just getting in tune with their bodies, or is it a substitute for not having a man?
In tune with the bodies. In tune with the bodies.
What you say, Sharif?
It's a substitute.
Yeah. Because I think judging by the way all of us are and how we present ourselves and how we look, I don't think there's a problem with any of us getting a man. So it'd definitely be a substitute.
Are men intimidated when you all bring toys into the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yes,
They
they are.
definitely are.
Yes, they are.
Denise? Yes?
I think so, very much so. I've had someone say, well, that one is bigger than me, but that's the whole thing. You can't bring something bigger than your man because he's definitely not going to appreciate that.
I wouldn't have a problem with a woman having a dildo larger than me, because the dildo don't have the pulse that I have. So the dildo can only give it a temporary satisfaction. It can't give it a real pulse that I can give her once I insert myself into it. I'm positive. Yes.
And also it runs on ever-ready battery. So dildo can go to the next morning.
Yeah, and if dildo may go to the next morning after I bust off, then the dildo can come back into play. But before that, that dildo ain't doing the damn thing.
If my woman bought a dildo in the bedroom that was bigger than me, man, I the fuck? How would I feel about it? I don't know, man. It's like, do you wanna use it? And then you start thinking, who was in there before me? I don't know. I don't know. It's like, if she bought a, I'm quite sure she probably want variety, like you want variety at the same time. But some shit you should keep to yourself.
If my woman brought a dildo to the bedroom that was bigger than me, would I have a problem with it? I don't think she could bring one that's bigger than me. To be honest. And if she did, hey, I'll just know what to do with it. I'll play with it, have fun, and then I give it a real thing.
If my woman brought a dildo bigger than mine, I'd definitely be pissed off. Because I'm insecure about that stuff, And I definitely wanna make her happy. If she bringing something bigger than what I have, then it's a shame.
The bottom line is, ain't nothing but a toy. Dicks come in all shapes, forms, sizes. If you don't know how to work your shit,
Yeah,
you
that's
got a problem.
that's it.
I know how to work your shit.
You don't want to be stretching out the pussy though with some big ass rubber dildo.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Them girls done had kids and shit.
They go in that bathroom, they dish one time and tighten right back up.
There you go. This here can go in there.
No vinegar and do it right.
Well, say relax. This here can go relax the muscle. This can go in there. Baby, come out of that. Your dick ain't that big. Your dick ain't 9-7 pounds.
If I bring a toy into the bedroom, it's something to enhance our experience. It's not something to take away with what you have or what you're going to do for me, because you're going to do something that this toy cannot. Because feeling and touching is much different than having a piece of equipment that I can move and motivate. So it's a big difference.
I think it's such a
you
challenge
need
to
to
be
be
in their 30s, which is why I wanted to do this group, because I think there's so much pressure on women in their 30s to have kids, be married, be in a relationship, and
Have
that's
a good
why I wanted to do
job.
30s, because I think you all are under more pressure than any age group to have all those things, the white knight shining armor, the house, the kids. What do you think about that? Do you have to be married and have kids to be happy
wanted to accomplish without a husband and without children. And I think I did it because I didn't have those things, actually. So, you know, for me, no, I love not having a husband and children at this point in my life. Now that I have accomplished those things that I wanted to take care of, it would be nice too.
Honestly speaking, if you never got married, if you never had children, would you be happy?
Yes.
Wow, that's profound.